My scariest and my darkest day happened on the 19th of March 2021. This was the day that my male boss told my female boss plus the kids and his mother-in-law that he was taking us for an outing. And the reason why he was taking us for an outing is that he had been away from his family for a very long time, because 2021 was the year of COVID-19. At the same time, he was out of the country and still working as a doctor. So doctors were not allowed to meet their families in the pandemic. So when he came on the 19th, he decided that he was taking us for an outing. So on the 19th at 11 a.m. I started packing things that we were going to use. I packed the flasks of coffee, the flasks of tea, and the disposable cups, and everything that we were going to use for the outing. I carried the things and I put them in the car with the help of the driver. Then we all sat in the car and we drove to where we were going to have the outing from. So my male boss had rented a hotel. If you have ever been out with your bosses, sometimes they rent a place for a day and spend a day there. So the place was really amazing, very big, with a swimming pool. So when we reached there, we carried the things out. So when we carried the things out, we started serving ourselves. Then after eating around 2, kids started undressing their swimming costumes because they were going to swim. So me, I sat outside, I seeing them in the pool, how they were enjoying. I always loved swimming, but I don't know how to swim. So they called me and they told me to come and swim with them. Then I was honest with them. I told them I don't know how to swim. So my heart kept on telling me, don't do this, don't try this, don't do this, don't do this. But then my male boss also passed and he asked me why I was not swimming. I told him I don't know how to swim, and I even didn't bring my clothes, other extra clothes for swimming. So he told me, no, just go try and stand in, then you come out. Then I told him no. So the kids told me, come and hold yourself on the stairs, the ones that you climb on getting out and the ones that you use getting in if you're not to dive. So I was okay. I was like, okay, let me try. So I entered in with my clothes. I held myself on the stairs of the swimming pool. We started talking with the kids. So they started telling me how they learned how to swim, how their dad taught them how to swim. So they gave me some stories. So after like 30 minutes of being in the water, I remember there's a guy I saw on YouTube, the way how he was swimming. So my heart told me to do so. Or something told me to do so. So by the time I tried it, that's when I started fighting with death. That's when I saw that my life was going. That was the scariest moment, because as down the water, I was not breathing. I had started swallowing water. I was in big clothes that even covered me up. I thought that I could do anything that I'd seen on the video to come up, but nothing was working out. So the older girl went down and picked me, and by the time she picked me, I looked like this fish that you see here. That was exactly how I looked by the time I came out of the water. So after like 5 minutes, I told them, guys, I'm getting out because this is really scary, and no one had forced me, but something that really told me to go down the water had brought me to death. So when I got out, I sat down on the chair. I just started imagining how I was fighting in the water that I saw that it was not deep. No matter how the water is, the water can kill you in a blink of an eye. So when I sat there, I saw how I had left this world. And in this scariest moment and the darkest moment of my life, of my entire life, for the years I've spent on this earth, that was the scariest thing that had ever happened to me. I learned 3 lessons. Number 1, if you don't know something, always be honest with yourself and the people you are with. Always tell them that, I don't know this thing. And always do it when there is someone who knows it very well. Because just imagine if I told her, yeah, I know how to swim, I can do it, but I just don't want. If I had dived in the water just like the way I did, maybe she could have thought I know maybe that is my style. I don't know how it's called, but people always hold their nose, then go underwater and even spend there like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the skills of the person. So just imagine I had lied to her that I really know how to swim. Maybe she could have said, Letitia is doing this, that's why she's still underwater. And in a blink of an eye, I'm dead. So always be honest with yourself and the people that you are with. Lesson number 2, I learned that indeed God will never let you drown. You know, there's a verse in the Bible that says, even if you're passing in the water, I'll never let you drown. And it's the same verse that says, even when you're passing through the fire, He will never let the fire to burn you. So I learned that indeed God keeps His promise no matter what happens after, but I've already known that God can really keep His promise. Number 3, I have learned that whether you're a billionaire, any amount of money that you have, when you die, you leave everything behind. You can't go with that money. You can't go with that prestige. You can't go with that wealth anywhere when you are dying. Because at that very day, I had something like 5,200 real, which is like 5 million in Ugandan shillings, and some other small money. So I had left it behind. But when I was deep in the water, I said, God, I'm leaving this world without leaving a kid behind. Where will I be remembered? So that was how my scariest day began and ended. I almost lost my life, and maybe they could have said my bosses killed me, but I had brought it upon myself. If I had listened to my heart, all those things couldn't have happened. I still thank myself that I didn't say I knew how to swim. Thank you so much for watching, and may God bless you.